is to optimize our space to have the success that we want. And so we're seeing a lot of decorating books, and there's this new program called Edit Your Space, Edit Spaces on Netflix, and all these other books and magazines to beautify your home. But they're missing an essential piece that is tapping into our God-like space. Okay, Maureen's coming in. Okay. Okay. Good morning, Maureen. I'm glad you could be here today.
Good morning.
Sure, you can be here. So let me catch you up really quick.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to mute you. We're talking about our evolution. We're talking about our success and what we desire in our life. Our impulse is to continue to evolve. So we're talking about the Ayurvedic sadhana and the dinacharya you're familiar with. Those are our spiritual practices and our daily routines. That's responsible for 30% of our success. You could do all of these sadhanas and dinacharyas and still not have the level of fulfillment that you want in your life, because there's other responsible 30%. The human self-development, all the programs and classes that we take on developing who we think we are, but it's really a path, as Ayurveda says, is the path of self-acceptance. It's a path of self-liberation. So the 30% is this path of to understand ourselves. And then we hit a wall. We're doing all these practices. We're doing all these Ayurvedic practices. We're doing our routines, meditations, drinking our hot waters, drinking the right foods. We think we're eating the right foods. And then we're taking these classes to become the best self. That's all great. But there's 30% that this is why you guys are here. And it is our environment. It's the earth. It's our earth environment. It's our spaces. Using our space to optimize our health, wealth, and happiness, relationships, and our soul's desires, letting our soul lead our life. And this is what we're doing with our space. I wanted to share that with you because this is how important our space is. So if you hit a block, if you hit, one of those bad habit things that we identified at the beginning, I told you those things were going to come up. Because we tend to creep back into our old patterns. But we're learning here. We're just stretching. So give yourself graces as we continue to stretch these muscles, because it takes a while to unlearn patterns that we've adopted over many, 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 many years. But this is how powerful our space is. And our space should look unique. When we walk into our space, or when somebody walks into our space, they should say, wow, that feeling. It's a feeling. So I hope that helps to re-emphasize how important, because if you feel stuck in the areas of your life, I think subconsciously you've gravitated to, and a lot of people have been gravitating towards decluttering their spaces. There's so many decluttering programs now. Marie Kondo is making bazillion dollars off of the Western world decluttering spaces. But we're not even talking about the spaces that are hidden that we can't see, and all the storage spaces that we rent that we can't see, and all the nooks and the corners and the dirt under the rugs, the stuff in the closet that we stuff. It's still subconsciously affecting us, our subconscious, at a subconscious level. So I hope that little bit helps to put just things in perspective. This is how easy you can start letting energy flow, because clutter is illness. Clutter, chaos is illness in the body. Decluttering is health, health and abundance. That means energy is allowed to flow more optimally. It can flow without any blockages in our body, in our home. Okay. So who wants love? Who wants more love in their life? Just type in the chat box. Who wants more love, intimacy in their relationship? Who wants more health in their life? Who wants more, it's usually health, wealth, health, money, relationship, and or work success. Which one of those are important to you right now in your life to open up to, want more of? Yeah, health, fulfillment. Yes to all. We'll pick one, Maureen. Because that's the thing. We need to just pick one and then focus on one. Because health. Okay. And Halima and Luis, health, success. Yeah. Okay. So for health, kitchen. Whoever said health is going to focus on their kitchen. I did a little video today of saying I love you to my dog's food. And this is what I do every day, and I was going to post it. But I said, no, I'll post another one where I'm not just woke up. But I take her food because people ask, how is she 18 and a half years old? Well, I really think a big part of it is when I say I love you to her food. And I mix it with my hand because my dad always mixed our dog's food with his hands. And so does the dog whisperer, Caesar Milan, when I saw that. So I've always been mixing her food with my hand, and I hand make her food every day. Or she eats our food. She doesn't eat dog food. And I say, I love you. I love you. And then she starts barking. She gets really happy and she feels my energy. I say, I love you. And have this thing that it goes crazy. And I really feel like putting that love in your kitchen, putting that love in your food, because I've been giving all that love in her bowl, and I don't do it consistently with my food. So that's why I'm saying kitchen, because I really think an organized kitchen inspires you to cook, inspires you to cook healthy meals, inspires you to eat food with lots of intelligence and prana. Because if you have expired food, leftover food, microwave foods, and you want to stay optimal energy and health and vitality and endurance throughout life, and really fully enjoy and in full expression of yourself, kitchen is a place for to start with, to clean up health. Success, that's money. Probably for you, Halima, success, money, personal, definitely fulfillment, and expression of your soul gifts. That's gonna, on the micro piece, that's gonna look like your area, your power area for success. So take it out of your bedroom if you can, or sparse out, I think you have a separate room for a desk, I think I see. So for Halima, focus on your desk paperwork, the placement of your desk, and really organizing your office. I'm going to help you individually. I'm going to help you with that because, and focus on that area.
I don't really have an office. I guess it's my husband's office, and I just kind of keep my paperwork there, but it's totally lingered into my room. That's what I'm doing right now. And I seriously feel like it's my hardest piece. So that's why with the kiddos and everything, it's been a little bit harder, but I keep just chipping away. And every day I'm like, okay, this is hard, but I'm going to do it. You know, I just keep doing it because I know I need to do it. And the more I do it, the more energy that I've been holding in my body, I feel like is coming out through emotion. And the more I just breathe with it and kind of just let it flow. But I do notice that my paperwork is the hardest thing I have to deal with. So that's really interesting you say that, because it's one of the pieces that I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm
The
gonna
thing
do
that
it
you're
these
going to most
damn weeks.
resist, yes, and the thing that you're going to most resist, same with me. Mine is my email, my digital detox. I really need a digital detox. It's not the stuff around me because I moved. I don't have much, and it's digital detox. So it's that thing that you're resisting most. So I got a new email address and I started from 0. Now it's back up to 500 because I have like 14,000 in my other box, and I can't ignore it. It's still there. I haven't dealt with it. So that's everybody, find your resistance and go right into it. If you're there, if you're there at the place, if you're not there yet, continue to do those little things that will give you confidence, those little areas in your home that will continue to stretch you, give you confidence, and stretch that muscle. It's like a muscle that's relearning, we're relearning. And because I know you can all do this throughout your entire home. And it is not hard, it's just the programming that we have around our stuff. So clean out those spices in the kitchen, get rid of expired food and boxes, move them along to shelters if they're still good, and reconsider how much fast food or box food you have in your kitchen, your refrigerator, and in your freezer. And give away and do those 3-step process in clearing the electronics that you're not using in your kitchen, the appliances that you're not using in the kitchen. Start in your kitchen if you want more health in your life. So the first couple weeks, it was more about let's find areas and let's start stretching that place. Now we're in our home stretch, and now we're going to focus on one area in your life that you want to improve. So that's your kitchen. And Halima, if you're going to put your desk in your bedroom, fine, you have to have a place. If you want success to come in, you have to have a place, and you have to have your power place. Luis has his power place in his office, and yes, he got that. But the other areas in your life probably suffered a little, so.
Too many areas. Too many areas.
However, you got that success, that level of success, but it was not sort of it was out of balance.
It was more, all of my life, I was out of balance. One, a certain degrees,
Yeah.
Sometimes, up and downs,
Up and down.
like waves.
And we're looking for that divine balance, not that perfect balance.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But right now we want to focus on that which we want to really move into our life. So mine is office. Because I'm at my next level of growth. We're always going to be at our next level of evolution. And it doesn't get easier each time. It's like we have to, because it's that stretch. And it's so uncomfortable. So keep breathing through the process. Keep giving yourself grace. And for success, fulfillment, and power, you want your desk, whatever place that you choose, to be able to see your door, to see the window. Don't put your desk don't put your back behind your door. You need to see customers, clients coming in through the door. Where's your desk, Luis?
It's in front of the door. It's right next to the door. So
you
whenever
can see the door. You can see the door.
Yeah, I can see the door.
See, okay, so Luis is an example of he's got his power place. He's got his power position, and so he's got a lot of paperwork clutter now. But the position, if you can just position your desk so it's not you're not looking at a wall. And I'll go through more of those with you probably in I'll go through
So,
more of your personal, each of one of you in the
so
call.
what the, what is the location for the desk? It should be,
Well,
what it should be? It should be looking at the door. So
yes. So you could see
yeah,
customers and clients, the flow. So you could see, kind of like the
right.
mafia, they always had to see the door.
Mhm.
I watched so many mafia movies. I don't know, I had a lot of them. And they never had their back. Al Pacino never had his back to the door. And that's me in a restaurant. I always have to see the door because of the influence of those movies. But they're right. But they're right. Yes, and let's see. So a chair, have a power chair. Have like a throne, have it to support your back. Okay, but that's all I'm going to say about that because just clear out your office and continue to clear out the kitchen. Those are two areas that I think here we are working on. Clearing out the clutter in those areas. I have a home stretch plan for you guys. We all learn a little bit differently, so I kind of set this up in different ways in which we kind of like to be organized. If this little blank piece helps for you, this helps for me. I like blank spaces. That's why I created this for you to freehand, free write your areas that you're going to tackle. The more that you write things down, the more it's going to happen. So you get it out of your head, it's going to be here, and then you take action. Checklist, sometimes you guys like to separate in different rooms, and then lines. I don't like lines. I don't know why. Zabata and me.
I don't like lines.
It's a,
I can write it straight,
okay.
horizontal without lines. I can do
Okay.
that.
Okay, this is
So,
probably you.
and I
So,
hate with somebody, even with lines, they get off the lines, so many ways.
yeah, so that's
You
why
see?
I created these. Okay, so you're going to separate it with each room what you're going to do. Or really now, we should be at the phase next week where we're going to be able to purify our spaces, start organizing. You should have done a little bit organizing throughout, but now we're at their home stretch. So pick areas. You have your areas of your kitchen and you have your areas in your office. I would start there, you guys. And then you have your 30-day, we have about 30 days, a little bit more, to get rid of these items, look these out, do your checklist, because you guys said Pizza loves checklists, and then add your own items. Okay? Okay. Now I want to hear, where are you in this process? Alex, let's start with Alex. Okay, or Maureen.
Sorry, I just need to shut the door because the kitties
Okay.
had opened it and everyone's asleep.
Tell me what your your celebrations and then your challenges. And let's kind of work through.
Okay. Well, I did do for the first 2 weeks, I had accomplished my goal. And so I got my 2 lottery tickets. And it was really fun because they didn't have the one I wanted. So I split it up. I had a set amount of money and I just split it up between a bunch and I shared them with our old neighbors that we saw on Sunday. And they love lottery tickets, and one of them won $20, and it was fun because we all got to celebrate. Everyone was part of it. And then the greatest challenge is I just get distracted so easily. I mean, there's just, in terms of the blocks, but even in the block, it's been helpful. But our neighbor moved, a different neighbor moved, and they went on a trip, and then they just decided to never come back. So they needed a lot of help getting their house ready to pack. So that kind of took up like every free moment I had, and so I wasn't spending it on my stuff. And I do recognize that even though it was great and I'm happy I could help them, but I do recognize this is one of my, I can't remember the term for it, but distractions or blocks that I can always find someone else's stuff to help organize.
Awesome.
It's so much easier. It's so much easier
Well, it is.
to organize someone else's stuff. So anyway, that's how it's going for me. And so I've gotten to celebrate and recognize that I'm really good at finding something that seems, better to do. Like, oh, well, they really need help and that I should help them. But I left no time for myself.
What are you going to do differently with this? What is, so let me tell you, there's leadership missing. Leadership in your life, leadership as a mom in your home, leadership it's leading your life. It's allowing yourself to be distracted, and this first step is like awareness, and that's great that you acknowledge this. Now take it to the next step and start finishing what you start and commanding your schedule. And I think that blocking things out in your schedule really, really helps. And stay committed to yourself, because that's where we start to lose energy, is when we lose that commitment with ourselves. It's like we're on the 2-week flow, we did it, and then boom, and we're at the mid-stretch. I said, we need this endurance for the 10 weeks. And this is what we're doing, is stretching that. So just recommit to yourself. Remember the vow that you took. Remember how powerful your words are. Remember how energy is lost through the word, your word. So get the energy back by saying, no, I cannot help you. No, I'm not available, because look at you're in your calendar. Just go to your calendar if it's hard. Just like on my calendar, like an appointment with, I was about to say with the president. No, appointment with the queen, appointment with whomever you want to make an appointment with. You're going to show up. Do you cancel that appointment? No, you could just.
He's going to tell you he's not available. He's not available.
I'm not available, because you don't have to say an excuse, because I also I'm not available. And it's the helpers in us. It's the helpers in us that want to please everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a people pleaser. I'm a recovering people pleaser. I do please people, but I want to from a full loving cup. Now, if I haven't done what I said I'm going to do, and I give from that half cup, you can feel it in my energy. I feel sort of resentful. I feel sort of with you, but I'm sort of not. I'm doing it out of obligation and responsibility. I want to do it from love. I want to show up every area of my life with love. So that's really right now taking command of our schedule, because we are so pulled in so many different directions. So many things we think we need to do, especially in the virtual world now. And then thinking that everybody's life is worse off than ours, and we're going to help other people. And yet our lives, we need a little bit cleaning up ourselves. It's so easy to give away to help other people. I've seen so many people working in a nonprofit, yet they were struggling. they were lonely, they were struggling, they were trying to reach out for help, and that's why a lot of people donated money to the causes. But them themselves were leaking money, didn't have the money to give, and were lonely. So they were taking the responsibility off themselves. And then, you know, it's so easy to do. It just one day is the next day is the next day, you know, next it's 6 months later and we're still at the same spot. So this is just really about leadership in your life and commitment. Men have, right,
Thank
Louise,
you.
men have no problem with commitment to themselves. I'm telling you, when my husband says I need to work out, I was like, what? You just, I don't know, he's just like late and he's like committed to working out.
I
I'm
heard that one. I heard that one too many times. In my area, I'm talking in my area.
Yeah.
Constantly, I hear, why?
Why? Yes. So we'll scoop that up with a little bit of the masculine energy. It's in your masculine energy when you're saying you're standing for yourself. You're really standing for yourself and the thing that you committed yourself to. And then you could flow a little bit more with your schedule. You feel so confident. You feel so happy. Your energy is just like, oh, I did it. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. And that feeling, you're so proud of yourself that you did it. And then you want to do the next thing because it feels so good. So you can do it, Missy. You can do it. You can do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did that help? That helped
Yes,
shift things. Yeah.
it does help.
Okay.
And I will say I did get a lot out of helping them in terms of seeing the things they were attached to, and you know, and when you're a third person, you realize you probably don't really need that being sent to you. I mean, but they're attached, and it wasn't a judgment thing. It was more about it helped me to reevaluate my feelings towards my things. So it was helpful, but yes, that does help. And you're right, I am missing that in my life. So thank you.
You're welcome. And this reevaluation thing also, and the evaluation thing and the analyzing thing is all great because I think, but I think I have a lot of analyzers here too. Helpers and analyzers, and those analyzers can just keep, you know, get frozen in the analyzing, but this is a implementation. We're implementing, remember. Do that with love. So, and you guys, if you need me to walk you through, because we can do this virtually, to like, you need this? No, I could easily like make decisions about your stuff if you need help, you know? And if you're so attached to it, I can help you, you know, use your call to like, let's look at this area, Maria, and I can really knock it out. That's how fast my decisive muscle, my spiritual muscle has evolved now. So you could use me for that, you know, and
I can use it a lot.
a lot in your paperwork, probably.
Yeah. Oh, in so many areas. But
Yeah, but
mainly,
we
yeah.
start with
You're
one
right.
area.
Yeah, you're right. Paperwork is.
But paperwork, Louise, or probably kitchen, but then is your wife that have that domain? What?
No help.
Okay.
It's
So
difficult. I'm in a difficult situation there.
I know, because it's our partners, sometimes our partners, but you keep doing what you need to do. Just focus on what you need to do. And if it's the kitchen for your health, then it is the kitchen. But
Yeah.
make a decision on one thing, just one area. If it's health, it's going to be the kitchen.
Yeah, I started working on the kitchen. It's so many corners, so many areas to work on.
And then
But
once you get into the kitchen, start identifying in the kitchen a cabinet, a refrigerator, a freezer, a pantry shelf. Start breaking it down into small steps. Start with one pantry shelf and move out boxed food that are expired, you are not going to eat, or that just has no nutritional value. Okay, that's another level of kitchen pantry edit that I do, is I'm really good at just identifying the stuff that, I did this for a woman actually in Santa Barbara, and she had her Mexican hot chocolate. I was like, let's negotiate. You keep your Mexican hot chocolate because that's in your blood, and we got rid of the other things, and she kept her
That's
Mexican.
too
I
sweet.
understand.
This
I
stuff is
have my
super
fish sauce.
sweet.
Huh?
This stuff has got too much sugar.
Yeah, but she needs that. But
Yeah.
sometimes we need that, that thing. And
Oh,
mine
yeah.
is high sodium fish sauce. But I've since got rid of it. But I kind of needed it because for certain reasons. But I now got rid of it. But take things in little steps is what I'm saying. Okay, go through your mayo, all those condiments. Do you really need that condiment? Is that condiment out of date? It has no nutritional value. It's dead if the food is dead. So that's another level of support, because there's a lot of pieces here. But if it's the pantry, and you really, really want to clear that, well, we could do a virtual thingy. And we can knock it out. We can knock it out.
That's a great idea.
Yes, we can do things virtually. You show me this cabinet, I'll get rid of it, probably gonna say get rid of it. No, but I'll be honest, I think that's what you need, because I could sense it in you.
There's so many areas that it hurts just to get rid of.
Yes, but however, also watch when you keep saying this area, it's so many things to get rid of, so many things. It's just really overwhelming you spiritually. Watch the words that you say. Say, I can do this. This is doable.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay.
Anything is doable. Yes, take the first step.
Chunk it down. Chunk it down. Chunk it down to an area. A little area has big significance. Okay, and but really there's three things. If you haven't already, I'll say it again. Your front entrance should be so inviting. Clutter should be cleared. I got rid of the scarves and the coats or these sweaters and shawls at the front that was really stacking up, and I removed it and I looked at it. I'll just give you a picture. It's like, wow, the entrance is so clear now. The bazillion shoes in the front, do with the shoes edit. The entry should be clear. If you haven't done that already, check your entry, make it inviting and beautifying. If you want more friends in your life, if you want more social, if you want more of that, your front entrance should be inviting that energy. If it's the first thing you look when you walk in your door is clutter, what message does that send out to big universe? It means, no, I don't want anybody in my home. I don't want life to move. So your main entrance and then your nightstand. These things are going to be required, you guys, these things. Your front entrance and your nightstand. So your nightstand should not have any food. Your nightstand should not have piles of books, paperwork, or bills. Should have one. That Marie Kondo is right with the nightstand.
Nightstand, yeah.
Yeah, she's done a good job there. And everywhere, but our nightstand should is the first thing probably we look at when we wake up. And subconsciously, all that clutter right there, it's like, right when we're sleeping. And clear out your nightstand. So it should feel good. The third area,
I have a massage chair on the master bedroom. Should I move it out of there?
a massage chair, you can leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, I turn off the Wi-Fi every night. I keep my phone on the windowsill nearby. I don't keep any electronics in the room. Sleep,
Yeah,
it's only for sleep and sex. Bedroom,
Yeah.
sleep and sex.
I started doing that, yeah, because I was just using using the internet on the master bedroom, and sometimes I lose sleep, and I get up and just check things out on the internet, and it was a no because it keeps me awake.
Yeah. And a mirror above the bed or in front of your room will keep you awake at night. So let's talk about sleep. We need focus on the bedroom. We need good quality, restful, healing sleep. So less electronics in the room, the better. And
So
if you
should I
have
get
any
it?
mirrors, hold on. If you have any mirrors, no mirrors in the bedroom.
Oh, okay. That was my question.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have mirror
Yeah, I have one mirror. Yeah, kind of
where
that is in front. I look at the mirror,
in front of the bed.
looking at the door. Yeah, the mirror reflects the door. You know, if somebody comes
Oh,
in,
okay. No,
when
love is
somebody
going
comes
out.
in.
No, okay. Now love is going out. So, love is going
I
out the
also
door. Hmm.
I also have a mirror. I wanted to show you. It's kind of like a
Yeah.
rotating.
Please show
Let
me.
me see how I can. So here. It's a mirror, but it rotates, and it's also like. So I usually keep it rotated towards like,
That's cool.
unless I'm using it, I don't have it out, but I'm not
Great,
sure
I
about it. And
like
my
that.
husband loves it. So
Oh,
I
yeah, I
like
do too.
I
I
try to
like
keep
it.
it like this
Uh-huh.
mostly. And so when I need it, I just kind of turn it around because it is,
Uh-huh.
I
but
love it,
I've
especially
always
for
been
my
wondering.
books. Especially for my books, I love that.
Alima, how do you feel about it?
It feels good actually. The way the room is now, it feels really, really good because like my thing was I hoarded accessories, so like scarves and stuff, and I've gotten rid of a lot of them. So this is my new
Mhm.
scarf, and it's only a few now, and they're nice and
Nice.
you know, my
Mhm.
paperwork that I've started, and
Yeah, it's gonna look
so
like chaos before. Mhm.
yeah, and this area was chaotic, and I felt really like not good about it, but now it's starting to come together where my side is, I feel like is more,
Nice.
you know, it's a little more, there's less accessories, it's more of what I
Yeah.
use, and it's not like before I felt like, oh, I need to have stuff, you know, now it doesn't feel like that. It feels a little more organized and less
Mhm.
chaotic, I guess, right?
Okay. I think great job on the closet, and it's gonna look a little bit chaos before it gets more calm. Your bedroom, so focus on your bedroom as well. That's love, that's intimacy. Um, and not forgetting about your relationship amongst, raising children and all those responsibilities. So it's hard to feel intimate when there's chaos in the bedroom, when there's that mirror in front reflecting, like you can't sleep at night. You can't sleep at night if that mirror is turned facing the bedroom, because what it's doing is energy is bouncing. And especially no mirror above the bed, because that's also bouncing energy. And it's all very subconscious. And it's also like, oh my God, is this mirror gonna fall if there's an earthquake? So subconsciously you're like always wondering if it's gonna fall. So this is happening, you know, behind the scenes, like a computer runs behind the scenes. What do you call programming?
He
So
probably give you bad dreams too.
all of that affects our subconscious. So that's why I wanted to just share that about our bedroom, because we need our bedroom to be clear of clutter, of clothes on the floor, and everything in its proper place, and very minimal. Minimal. We just have a bed, one nightstand. That's it. That's it. It's pretty minimal. And I use branches actually from the tree to make the curtain rod. It's very minimal. There's nothing on the walls right now but a candle holder. But that's if, you know, you want love and intimacy, you know, work on that area in the bedroom. We definitely always want that, but just start with your greatest issue right now. You know. Okay, Maureen, where are you? Thank you for posting those photos. You're moving along.
Sure. Yeah, it's a couple different things. I feel like it's kind of, it's more ingrained or becoming ingrained in my head, kind of like the benefits and the feel good of doing, you know, something, even if it's a small item. And that I am a all or nothing person. So I, you know, trying to strive for perfection. And if I can't do a perfect job, then, you know, why start? You know, if I already ate something, then the whole day is gone, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm aware of that. I struggle against that, but I've been able to do just a little piece, like that bookcase and that other like wicker stand, which is still, I just got a bunch of stuff, but my mom's things are in it. And so that's not done, but it is, the stuff that doesn't belong there was moved. So that's been helping. I posted about that RoboVac that,
Yeah.
just, you know, I mean, I got it months ago because to help me, since I had to start cleaning my house by myself. I know, poor me, but it was in a box down here. I'm in my office down on the first floor now. And it was just sitting there. But I'm like, before I do that, I need to really do a good Dyson vacuum. And before I do that, I need to get the closet door put back up and pick up all the stuff on the floor. So then I create barriers. And so one day I'm just asked Drew, go get that box and can you undo it and put that, you know, make it work. And oh my gosh, so I guess I understand the value or appreciating the value in small items. And that if you do enough of the small items, that will end up being a larger completion.
Nice. Yeah.
I've been like watching, organizing stuff, you know, shows, whatever, off and on, or reading, you know, or on Pinterest or whatever. And I have picked up some interesting tips that I think, like there was a decluttering list, but you know, and I think of like, I know what to declutter, but this list like listed everything, like Maria, you said, like expired spices or expired foods or, you know, that kind of a thing. But when I start looking at the list, I'm like, that's helpful because I'm like, oh, that's an easy one. You know, I can kind of follow along.
Yeah, I thought that's what you guys kind of needed. And it took me a while to kind of sense that we need to chunk it down a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. And little interesting
Good.
thing about mail and, tons of junk mail or whatever you get. And I had a big problem with that. And I did get, my friend said need to get a wastebasket right by, where you bring your mail in, wherever
Yeah.
that is, so that when you're, touch it once kind of thing, throw it away.
Yeah.
And then like a small organizer, so this needs to be whatever paid, this needs to be filed, but something small.
Mhm.
But this article I was reading said, because then I have a shredding pile, but the shredder is upstairs in my husband's office on the 3rd floor. So the article's saying get a small shredder and have it wherever you do your mail, so that instead of making a pile to shred, because then I move it to the staircase to go up and then I put it on top of the shredder instead of shredding it. So, I mean, it's just kind of making me think about, okay, how, like, what's the shortest path, for something to go instead of
Yes.
dragging it through the house.
Good, good. That's a great thing, is the shortest path for junk mail. And so, and we don't want to have them live. So that's great. And you're catching yourself maybe in over analyzing or over being perfect about it. But I like what you said about, like you're doing the one touch method and having something nearby. I want to challenge you on buying something new. Just rip it up. Just sort of rip it up, because then that buying something new is kind of like then you got to go buy it. You got to go on Amazon. You got to go research, and that's taking you away from the thing that you really need to do. So that's what we're stretching, that muscle of action, decisiveness, and action, and being resourceful with what we have, and honoring and really loving up on the stuff that we already have. We have our hands, we can do this, we can rip it up. I get the mail, I actually pass by the recycling bin. It never enters the home.
That's nice.
Or in the kitchen, if I go in the kitchen or I grab it, I bypass the recycling and then I look at the mail inside, there's the recycling bin right there. And I rip it up. Make that decision right then and there, and it's done and dealt with. And the things, so deal with it now, and then find its proper place, like your bin, like your little organizer area, in its proper place. Everything should have a home, and so you're not placing things just on the counter. Everything has its home right there in that moment that you deal with it, not later, but now. That's how you stay organized. And that's how you stay on top of things. You deal with it in the now. Because there is no later. There is no later. Yeah. Make me my stuff a priority while I'm exhausted. Touch things once is my goal. That is my challenge. Make me and my stuff a priority while I'm exhausted. So if you're exhausted, you have to find what that exhaustion, or is it another way to not deal with it at the moment? I mean, how much energy will it take for to put? So Halima's got she's got children. She's got a lot going on. So you know what that stretch is for you. I'm not going to tell you to just do it while you're exhausted.
It's just hard, it's frustrating sometimes. It's like I do everything for them and then I feel like I don't have the time for myself. It's like, I have to cook, I have to clean, I have to take care of them. It's like by the time I'm done just feeding them and changing diapers, I'm over it. I just want to sit down and watch TV all day. And I know that's not productive, and it's like, and then I go to bed at night, like super late, because I just want a moment to myself. And it's like, do I do my nails and exhaust more energy and make myself look pretty? Or do I, which I love to do, but it's like, it takes up so much energy. I don't have it. It's like, so what I try to do is use my time in the morning. So I wake up, about 5:30, and no matter how tired I am, and I meditate and I do my morning routine and I try to take a shower,
Mhm.
but it's
Mhm.
hard. It's hard to like find a block of
Mhm.
time. You know, when the baby's sleeping, I need to clean. So it's like, do I clean or do I do stuff for myself? Do I feed people or do I actually take a
Okay.
moment for myself? I think he's outside, Poppy.
Yeah.
So it's like, and
And you gotta,
someone's always needs like 10 things for me at like any given moment. So it's like, sometimes, you know?
let's send her some love. Well, so you're going through a little imbalanced period, and it's okay. And that's where your perfectionist is probably kicking you in, because you think things need to be so right, so just so. So watch that perfectionist, like things need to be just so, and that pressure off of you.
Yeah, I guess it's like my challenge these days, right? Is like, you know, I had a mother that was like super religious and super perfect, you know, so it's like, and her house always was clean and everything was done. And, you know, and then at night she would cry, and I was like the only one that would always wake up and find her crying and frustrated. And so I'm really trying not to be that, you know, and trying to like really like take the time, and like you said to Alex, I really identified with that and it really resonated with me. It's like, take control of your schedule, you know, commit to yourself.
Yeah.
And it's definitely been like a challenge for me to push through, and not give my energy to everyone, right? Like I have to, like, my husband's actually really awesome and special in that way, that he's always like, go do you, stop, the kids are fine, they're not going to die.
Yeah.
Like
Good.
they're maybe a little uncomfortable and crying, but they're fine. Like he's not dying, he's fed, he's bathed, he's, everything is good with him, he's just wants you, and right now you need to do you. So like it's a great reminder, and I love him so much for that. But it's like the Latina mom voice inside of me, and it's not even my voice, it's like my mother's voice of like, you have to be everything to your children, you know, you have to be it all, like, and I'm just like, no, like I'm a person, I'm okay, like I got this, like I matter, I don't have to depend on everybody or everything to do, you know, like it's just a hard balance for me personally, right? Because like I was taught that I am just need to be the submissive woman that's here ready to take care of everyone except me and be selfless, and that's not true. Yeah, and I know it's not true. It's just like those
Be the
beliefs.
feminine. Be the feminine. Watch your words. I'm gonna do. This is a leadership thing. This is all a leadership thing in our life. It's like we need to lead our life. It's the feminine in you. Receive the support. Receive it. Just don't push. I keep hearing you say push. Stop pushing. This is about female receptivity. You have your things that you need to do in those actions. My mother raised 4 children with a very, very dominant husband in a new country. You know what? And Missy knows this. My mother always took care of herself. She always, and she was a nurse who worked great for yard shifts, raised 4 kids right after the other, and had a very dominant husband. And I've never seen my mother not take care of herself. She made it a priority. She was always, I always see her, and this is like a gift now, on the couch in the sun, plucking her eyebrows, and then have piles of magazines, and then she had an egg on her face. And your kids will notice this when they grow up, that mom took care of herself. Because I now, as an adult, have seen it as such a gift to be able to look back and see my mother handle herself. You know, so what I'm saying is start making your happiness a priority, because children will just emulate that. They'll just see it automatically. There's nothing that you need to do for them. They will know. They will automatically know because they're smart. Take care of yourself. Last night I was so tired because no matter in the level of game of life, you're going to up level. After your kids are grown, you're going to be this entrepreneur, healer, whatever earth mama out in the world. You're going to have another level of challenges. You're going to have another level of growth and uncomfortability. So this is an opportunity for this right now with managing your home. I give you a lot of love and compassion, but take care of yourself. Like I'm at another level of of growth in mine, and I'm very regimented, and it drives sometimes my husband nuts. But I said to him, I had to declare, I said, I'm not washing the dishes, as if it really mattered to him. He's like, good, babe, you go rest. I'm like, what? And that was my pressure, saying to myself, like, I'm going to leave the dishes. Okay, is that okay? You know, it's like we're so caught up in like doing things wrong, but you know, the men in our life, they want us to be happy. They want us to be soft, feminine. They want to be, sorry, Louise, this is like a feminine thing right now.
Pardon me, yeah, it's okay. I'm not listening.
You know, let our spouses, let us be feminine so our spouses can be their masculine for us and be that rock. I believe in those roles of feminine and masculine. We both have it in us. You've got your masculine fire because that's what you learned, to take care of your child as a single mom and to take care of yourself as a young girl. You're now that mature woman now. So take leadership of your life. Take leadership of your life now in this new woman that you are becoming and that who you have become. No longer that little girl anymore. So this is part of your success path also, is arousing that determination in you through letting go of that needing to do everything for everybody. Carving out time, you guys, carving out time. So I went to bed at 7:30 yesterday because I was so tired, so exhausted, stretching myself and giving. I give a lot, so I really needed to fill up if I was going to be present with you guys here today. I said, I need to give you my best. Everything could just wait. And I said, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I thought he was going to explode, but you know, he's there. He was supportive. I never know, but so I hope that helps us as women thinking we need to save everybody and do everything for everybody except for ourselves. Because you're no good if you cannot fill your cup up first. Clear your schedules, clear your calendars, go back to class 1, start blocking it out. You pitta loving folks, get your pitta fire back and organize. You have it in you. It's your natural ability to lead, to organize, to stay on task. But watch for that perfectionism when it starts coming up, and breathe. And enjoy this time in your life of mamahood and overwhelm, because it's gonna be gone as soon as you, with the blink of an eye.
Oh, Helena, you're the best. You've got a lot. You know what? I just have to say, sorry to interrupt, but I'm just feeling like, wow, what do I have to complain about? Because there's, you know, I don't have all the kids and all of that kind of stuff.
But
So
we also don't want to compare each other, because we
know.
all have our own circumstances. And that's why I just wanted to say that we can give Helena a lot of love and compassion. We all have sets of circumstances in our life because we just do, you know. So we have to just stop saying it's hard and start enjoying life, because pitta will always kind of like make life hard. We have to start enjoying life. We have to start enjoying the process and the experience of life, the experience of chaos in our home, if that's the case right now. Enjoy the chaos of a happy, loving home, for God's sake. You know, that's where our energy, shit needs to shift, you know. I had at one point 10 people living, all boys, when we had, you know, with Johnny, my ex. We had exchange students from Italy and Brazil. We had a guy who was getting divorced. He rented a little space. We had his two little boys. You know what? I closed the kitchen at 8 o'clock every night. They were not allowed to eat another morsel. If they did, they needed to get out of that kitchen. You know how I needed like rules and boundaries during that time? Nobody knew because I wasn't stressed. And I received the help of Johnny, of my ex, and then his children. And so life is going to change. I mean, my life changed right then and there, but I accepted that this is all the stuff we have. And Italian and Brazilian teenager, oh my gosh. So that, and a man going through a divorce, I mean, it was so crazy. It was a healing house. And set your boundaries. I set my boundaries. Otherwise, I would go insane with that many boys in the house.
I think I'm seeing that in a different way now. I think the resistance is coming. Like, I have like my cousin and my sisters are very much like my mother, but they don't want to see that. And none of them have a very good relationship with my mother, and I do, because I've always been the glue, because they like to think, they say I'm hippie, right? And so I've seen that my relationships with them are changing because I'm setting the boundaries to not be unconditional towards them, but being now unconditional towards myself. And so they don't know, like, it's kind of scary for me. My cousin Maria, I've actually been the closest to, and we are in this stage of evolution in our relationship because I'm just not willing to gossip or to sit there through negative things anymore. And I'm just making myself unconditional. So I see that it's kind of scary, right? Because these are the people that have been in my life and have been supportive my whole life. But really, when I look at it in hindsight, last night, actually, as I was going through paperwork and throwing out cards, I was crying and being like, I'm a priority. I'm unconditional towards myself, you know, because it's true. It's like I've made everybody else, I've given everybody else the space to be unconditional towards them, but not myself. And so now I'm giving myself that space, and it's hard. It's not hard. It's simple. It's just a challenge that I have to breathe through and apparently cry through.
Yes, cry, get mad and all that, and you're owning your power. This is all about owning your power. I mean, do you guys realize we're not even talking about stuff right now? This is all about owning your power in your life and getting back control through setting boundaries. You cannot continue to clear up clutter if you don't set those boundaries for yourself and others, and get it on your calendar. Your home is a three-dimensional living vision board. Write that down, because your home is a three-dimensional living vision board. This is like the missing piece to your joyful, amazing life. It is.
Can you say that again? My home is a three-dimensional.
Your home is a three-dimensional living vision board. Your home is a living three-dimensional vision board, right? It is. You've done your spiritual practices, you're praying and all that, and if you and you're doing the self-development, this is the piece that's going to put it all together, because this is beyond decluttering. I'm going to call this program Beyond Decluttering. It's beyond decluttering, and you have before you this place that your subconscious and your conscious is going to pull it all together, and you're going to realize, and even if the space is empty, you're fearing that like space is going to be cleared. you're looking too far ahead. You need to look right here, right now, in that one small thing, because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. You're already setting yourself up for failure when you say things like this to yourself. So start with one little area, stay committed, and stay on your checklist and tasks and your calendar. Start writing this. I encourage you, we're going to end soon, to use the energy right now to, right after our call, to get yourself a little organized before the day starts going on a Saturday. To spend up until like 30 minutes max. Give yourself a stop deadline of 15 minutes. I'm going to in my kitchen, refrigerator magnets. You know, look in your background. Refrigerator magnets. Stovetop, top of fridge, and that's how minute you're going to get it. Okay, hold on, and so start there. Okay, done. Checklist. Let me tackle 3 things right now, or 1 thing right now before the day goes. Old Spices. Done. Let me put in my calendar the time I'm going to block out to do either a chunk of time or 30 minutes a day. So we could even do this right now. Do you guys want to do this right now? Let's do this right now. Halima, yours is the cross out one of these, cross out closet and put office, Halima. And then kitchen for everybody. Just focus on that one block. Okay. In your kitchen, what are your areas? Write those down now that you're going to tackle. Top of fridge. The crisper drawer. The, what do you call those things when you open your refrigerator door and there's the stuff on the door?
Condiments?
Yeah, condiment area on the door. Door shelves?
Shelves, yeah.
Door shelves, whichever is good for, whichever is most at your forefront. One cabinet, you know, one pantry cabinet, food cabinet. Let's just tackle, you know, the areas most visual. So you each know what that is for you.
Behind the merry-go-round.
You sorry, it was back. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about the feminine thing. Bear with you.
Yeah.
Now you know the secrets. Now you know the feminine secrets. Saucy secrets. Saucy secrets.
Learning is a little late.
No, it's never too late. You can still get that juicy and sauciness.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, feng shui your bedroom. Feng shui your bedroom. Okay, I'm gonna help you work on your bedroom. Never too late. Never too late. You know how old I am and my husband is? We're older. We're older. That OJS, that juice, that's another class. But if you want to focus on your kitchen or your bedroom, kitchen, Louise. Okay, and then Halima, your office area, have a nook and just paperwork, files, what else? Just, you know what those things are for you. Paperwork, your accessory area, I don't know what it is for you, it's for me, files, organize your books, the way that Maureen organized her books on the shelf, she left space. So you guys want to be able to leave space. Space.
It's only because I haven't filled it up yet, Maria.
No, don't fill it up. See that we have a tendency to fill things up if there's this empty space. No, don't fill it up.
I understand.
Put those pictures on your circulating in the thing though. But leave space like in your closet. Use my closet has space. I have an empty drawer. I don't have a actually dresser. I don't want a dresser really. That's weird. I don't want a dresser. But there's this little drawer that my sister gave me, and I have an empty drawer. It's empty. And then there's extra hangers. Leave extra. Leave extra. On your desk, it should be clear. I'm not a very good example of my desk area, so I'm working on that. Okay. But break it down. So you already did that. You already did that. Good. Now identify the things that you're going to get rid of in the next 30 days. So today, it's one day. For the next 7 days, you're going to do one each day. And then you're going to write your personal ones down here. Okay. We have, let's see, old batteries, no, old spice expired. Okay, cleaning supplies. We have excess from my hubby's single days of old cleaning supplies that he thinks he needs every chemical in the world. So I cleaned up that. I could do a little bit more on that as he heals from that. I was gonna say heal. Sorry, because it's not easy living with me. I have to say, because we got rid of the microwave like the first month. It actually went into the garage, and so it was like middle of winter. He was warming stuff in the garage. And I was like, no, but he said he would, because I didn't want a microwave in the house. And then 3-4 months later, after winter, he started warming things on the stove, like old-fashioned slow. And then 6 months later, he said, we don't need this anymore. It's totally gone. The microwave is gone. We don't use microwaves. So he's healed that.
He's healed.
And other things. And he will follow. Okay, this is another woman thing, Louise. Men will follow the woman, the feminine, not in your case. Usually, a feminine leader, the feminine leadership, men will follow. Like I did not have to say, we need this microwave out, and I had to go stomping around to demand it. It eased, and then he's the one who said, we don't need this anymore. So I let him make that decision. Otherwise, I would have traumatized him. Like he was living off the microwave.
You let him make the decision?
He made the decision. I didn't even know if it was ever going to be gone from the garage. It's gone from the.
Maybe it's out in a shed someplace, and when he disappears for
No, I
5
watched
minutes, he's got this coffee.
Were you not watching it?
I watched him. Yeah, so I left the chemicals, there, so I won't traumatize so much. So now I'm going to go to the next phase of looking at his cleaning supplies and chemicals. So not to traumatize your household because you are living with other people, just to slow and steady in these small areas. So that helped. That was a little example of just stuff. So now he's on with my cleaning supplies because he thought he needed he was buying this Fabuloso, which is like $1, and it just smelled so bad. So bad. I mean, it's so bad. And he was used to that fragrance. So he thinks that because of my cleaning supplies didn't have any fragrance, it wasn't working. And that's a lot of people. And so I didn't want to traumatize him and throw his Fabuloso. So I moved it away to his truck because he uses it to clean his truck. And so now I'm ready, okay, there's still Fabuloso. It's gone, it's going. So that's my little project.
Use some lemon or orange peels. Dry them out, and
So that's what I was
those
doing.
work.
I started
Those
doing
work
scents.
great. Those work really great. I was amazed. I,
Trick the people in
I
your
always,
life. I mean,
yeah, I always spend a lot of money on chemicals and the best chemicals, and they're just,
yeah.
and they're
So
just a waste of money.
it is a waste. It's because the marketing has got us all in a tiz
Correct.
about what's clean. It smells like chemicals. That's what clean means, but it's we all know it's not true. And we don't need to kill everything on the counter. We're overdoing it with these stuff, with cleaning. Actually, I tell you, use jojoba oil, use it for your face, and then use it for your wood, the cleaner. Okay, we're not at that point yet of cleaning yet of this stuff, but I just, we want to clear a little bit more, I think, with us. Okay. Okay, I was
Is,
looking at what huh?
is chamomile good for furniture, like hardwood furniture,
Oh,
to
chamomile?
clean chamomile?
Oh, it's good for puffiness in the eyes.
Oh, okay. Oh, moisturizer.
Yeah, and to help you to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you want to put in your cleaning supplies, I don't know what. No, because they sell you those stuff like chamomile and Fabuloso, I think has it now.
Yeah.
Such a ripoff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Besides, it's harmful.
Very harmful. It's going to go to the oceans. It's going to, yes, so harmful. But again, we don't want to traumatize our family members, okay? Because they also have stuff regarding that. And then it's going to cause tension. You don't want that tension,
It's
I don't want
very
to be
easy.
that woman that's going to like totally change his life overnight. No, you don't want to do that. Yeah. Okay. Do we know what we're doing, you guys? Okay. Block it out
Little
in your
bit.
calendar. Focus just on the kitchen or office. Do those three main areas, your nightstand, your entryway, and mirrors in the bedroom. Because sleep is important. So let's look at, that part of our bedroom at least.
About any artwork, like pictures, oil
You can take
painting.
it a next level and walk around your home. Let's walk around our home. Let's breathe and close your eyes before we end. Take a couple of deep breaths. Close your eyes. Imagine, if you will, you are at your front entrance of your home. Look at the surroundings in your porch, your entrance. Get a feeling and a sensation of what it feels like upon arriving at your doorstep. What do you see? What do you notice? What do you feel? What do you smell? It should be very inviting for you and for those who enter your home. It's a place that you look forward to coming into. You open the doors. You immediately feel the sensation. Your godlike self within you feels so at peace, feels so alive. The entrance is clear of any items blocking the path of the energy to come in and flow, saying to the universe, I am so ready for more. I'm so ready for health, more health, vitality, energy. Ready for more love for myself, love for others, stronger relationships, loving relationships, more money and abundance, more joy and happiness. That's what the entrance tells you when you arrive, and it's a feeling. It feels good to your godlike self within. And then you travel to the living room. Feels so good. Whatever it might look like, just vision your space just as you like it. And perfectly perfect. Just as you are and are becoming, it reflects all your values. It's vitality in your living room. It's alive. It's a happy place to be, joyful. Every piece of the artwork on the walls has significance for you, and you feel good when you look at it. It has a feeling of expansiveness, spaciousness. And you hear the people, your friends, your family laughing in that space, giving each other hugs, smiles, kisses. There's such a warmth in that space. It's all about family. It's all about social. It's all about just the energy, just feeling alive in the living room. And now we're going to go make your way to your bedroom. Take a moment to take that energy in and take a little bit notes in your mind how that looks like. What's on your nightstand? Take note of the areas that is ready to be cleared from that space. Be one book, maybe a glass of water, a lamp maybe. When you wake up in the morning, you feel so clear, re-energized, refreshed after a good night's sleep, and you look around and it's very spacious in the bedroom, peaceful, intimate. Intimacy with yourself and your loved ones. Nothing sharp on the walls, nothing, more like peace and love. Maybe you've got some candles there. It is your refuge, your sacred refuge, your place where you get good night, restful, healing sleep. And the objects on the walls that bring peaceful relaxation, rest, or ignite intimacy. No waterfall objects, too much energy there. No mirrors facing the bed. Feels calm and relaxed. Feels good. And your godlike self feels at peace. And then you go into your office, your little work area, and take note there what it feels like. All the papers are cleared from your desk, except for the few essential pieces. Everything is in its right place. It feels so good in your office. It feels the vibration of power, of success, of commitment to yourself and others who will receive your gift, your soul's gift, so that it heals them. Nothing but the energy of power, success, money, abundance, servitude in your office. This is your power center. This is where you develop the gifts of your soul. And be committed to being you. It should reflect who you are and who you are becoming. It reflects to the universe that you're ready to be that steward of your gifts to the world. And you're organized. You have your finances in order. Inboxes cleaned so that more people can find you and contact you. Every object in your office has great meaning for you. You have your prosperity altar. You look at that and remember how grateful you are for the work that you get to do in the world. So easily and naturally to you. Comes so easily and natural to you. And you give offering every time you go into your office and say, thank you, thank you, and thank you. Take a couple of deep breaths. Show gratitude and thank your home for being that sacred refuge in the midst of COVID. That you have a beautiful place to go to be in. And how blessed that we are. We have such a space during self-quarantine. How blessed and lucky we are to have the things around us in our home that bring us so much joy, lightness, and inspiration. Take a moment and just thank your home, bless it, and fill yourself up with gratitude for all that it has given to you. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for all the sharing and support of each other and all the great work that you're doing in your home for yourself.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you. You're a great inspiration, Maria.
so emotional. It gets really emotional because we're dealing.
Very, very deep.
I'm going to send you guys so much love this week. I'm going to do some extra prayers for all of us, for each of you, to have the strength, to have the self-compassion, and to have the commitment to yourself that you are doing it, and you are doing it for yourself. It's time for you to just love up on yourself through these things. Talking about love, that's all.
You know, it's so much work just to keep the routines for yourself. Yes, almost it's a full-time job. I didn't realize, but I didn't pay attention to myself when I was in the corporate world. You know, now I realize what did I do with myself? Yeah, destroy yourself.
You afforded yourself some things, Louise, that you're enjoying the benefits, and you're building your little cottage. You know, you find the things that you have had in your career that gave you the abundant money to enjoy what you have and to share it with your family. Turn things around turn that around. It's never too late. You're on track.
Especially my grandfather, I got a lot of time. My grandfather lived 115 and I'm shooting for 120.
That's what I'm saying. Your health. Yes, you're on track. You are on track. This is the missing piece, you guys.
Thanks for your help and make me realize that it's there, right there within yourself.
Stay in the step. Stay in the step. Don't look too far ahead. Life can change. COVID has taught us that life could change on an instant. It's just adjust.
Correct.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you all.
Thank you all. Have a great weekend.
Thank
You
you.
too. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Hugs.
Book your calls if you. Okay. It's on the thing. Book your calls.
I will for next week, Maria. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.